Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Our team from Arabian Essence, experts in videographing, in show results, in all kind of PR work, based in Italy. They are here with us. Thank you so much. They take a lot of effort to escort the Razan Festival, and we are happy to have them with us. The gentleman who is in charge of the microphone and the loudspeaker system, Mr. Ashraf, Buenos Aires company, based here in Kuwait. Thank you for all his support. We are now welcoming you very heartily on behalf of Mr. Khaled Al-Enesi and his family. Welcome to the world of Maale Arabian stud, a paradise on earth for horses and its people. Khaled Al-Enesi set up his farm about 15 years, so relatively young, but he took a lot of effort to choose a foundation stock, which is the basement and the foundation of the breeding program and the samples of the breeding program we can see today. In the very beginning, he trusted a lot our dear friend, late Osama Al-Qasimi, purchased several horses from Azain Stud, added very fine horses from the famous breeding program of Mohammed Jassim Al-Marzouk, and several other breeders, among them lots of breeders from around the globe, and the latest purchases he did from Mr. Omar Sakr Arabians from Egypt. And we are happy to see now today a fine collection, the so-called top 10, which he was asked to select to be presented in front of our jury members, Sheikh Saud bin Abdulaziz Al-Thani, Mr. Abdel Raouf Abbas, and Cornelia Tauschke. It is up to them to take their decision of which is the best of these top 10. I'm sure we all take our favorites in our hearts back home, but the one these three jury members are choosing will be shown tomorrow evening in a final presentation of the Razan Festival, which yesterday had a great start, a wonderful continuation today, and the grand finale tomorrow. Enjoy the horses of Maale Arabian stud, and we will start right away with the masterpiece of the breeding program of Khaled Al-Enesi, and this will be Jannah Al-Ward entering the arena. She is a daughter of Ansata Al-Mutajis out of NK Nakebiya. Jannah Al-Ward is a sister to the famous Nabawiya Azain, who is the dam of Ez Al-Rashidiyya and Nasim Al-Rashidiyya. NK Nakebiya, as you all know, is a daughter of NK Hafid Jamil, several times mentioned already yesterday and even today. Going back via Nashwa to the famous cornerstone mare of Dr. Nagel, Lutfiya. Fine representative of the Hadban and Zahi strain, going back to Yosreya, the root mare of the Hadban and Zahi strain, valued very highly here at Al-Ward, at Maale stud. And she's allowed to show liberty. And here we go. What a lovely, very elegant mare with a fine body structure. Look at this beautiful head. A very fine texture, very dry. clean legs. You can see almost every vein in her body, so dry and refined. Ansata al-Mutajis, the sire, imported by Osama al-Qasimi from Ansata Arabian stud. This Ansata Arabian stud has a huge influence all over the world, and especially here in Kuwait, through stallions like Ansata Hijazi, Ansata al-Mutajis. Many beautiful mares. And here we have this lovely Ansata al-Mutajis daughter. Mutajis, after Osama al-Qasimi had enough of his progeny in his breeding program, let him go to Talal al-Nisf and Ala al-Rumi, where he then was used not only by them but also by many other private breeders here in Kuwait. Before, this was a little bit difficult, as Osama al-Qasimi wanted to have him exclusively for him only. He resided also for some time in Egypt at Talal Khurafi's place, left behind some wonderful offspring in Egypt. So the pedigree of this wonderful mare is reading like the who is who. And she is a cornerstone mare for Khaled Al-Enezi and his Al-Maale Arabian stud. And you can see she loves him and she loves the carrots. Last chance for you all to have a look at her, get impressed by her charisma. Also, our jury members will have a final checkup with her. And keep her in their mind when it comes to the final decision about who is the one to represent Al-Maale stud tomorrow evening at the final presentation. Thank you very much. This was our first mare, representing the Hadban and Zahi strain, Yosrea family. The next to come is an import from Germany, from El Taiba stud, the Tauschke family. You see El Tai Manal. She's by Ajmal Tamin out of El Tai Malacca. Malacca is a daughter of El Tai Mashur out of El Tai Mahfusa. Mahfusa, the dam of El Tai Mahfuz, who is by Ansata Selman. So she traces back to the Kuhailan Rodan bint Riyallah family through Malacca Mamluka. Bred by the Tauschke family. Ajmal Tamin, her sire, was on lease. He came over to Germany as a youngster. He was not even 2 years old at this time. Stayed for 2 breeding seasons and left behind some, or produced some lovely daughters and a very good son who was kept. The daughter by him was also kept. So his blood is strongly represented in the meantime in the breeding program for El Taiba stud, and also here at Al-Maale, as our dear friend Khaled Al-Enezi was fortunate to have 2 fantastic daughters out of her by Al-Maale, by Alawiyah Al-Maale, the chief sire in the farm. You will see him hopefully later on. Maybe not in the top 10 presentation, but if you have a chance to go to the stables either today or in the near future, please do so. He's an impressive stallion. with a great genetic potential. But first, enjoy the presentation of Maale, a gorgeous mare with a wonderful type. Truly a fine combination of the Tamriya line through her sire, Ajmal Tamim, and the Malaka Mamluka family. And it seems that she's producing very well for our dear friend Khaled Al-Inesi. Thank you. Last round, and to give us a chance to look at her close, Maale leaving then the arena and giving the space for her daughter, Mizin Al-Maale, who will come very soon. The family of Maale is tracing back to, or is represented through Momtaza. Momtaza was the foundation mare of El Taiba Stud, was purchased from the Hungarian state stud Babolna, although she is of course originally from El Zahra, was imported by Babolna and became a root mare of El Taiba Arabians. And we see now her daughter Mizin Al-Maale. She is by Alami Al-Maale out of Maale. Her sire is by Ketua Ezain out of Umilali Ezain. Umilali Ezain was a champion mare here at the Kuwait International Show for Straight Egyptian Arabians. A very fine filly, our dear friend Khaled is very proud of. Alami Al-Maale is about to make himself a great name as a wonderful producer. He already had several offspring around, not only here at Al-Maale Stud, but also in other places. A very exotic, fine-built stallion. Here she goes. Very fine filly with elegant long lines. Well set up neck, clean throat. Beautiful chiseled head, fine muzzle, she has a full sister which is I think a year older or maybe 2, so it looks like this combination works very well, and Khaled Al-Enesi has a strong belief in it. Thank you very much. She leaves the arena and gives a space for our next to see, and this is Sharia Al-Baida. She's by Jamil Al-Rayyan out of Jamila Sakr, who is a daughter of Talisman out of Imperial Kamala. Going back to the Dahman Shawan strain, the Nile family. On one of his many visits to Egypt, Khaled Al-Enesi passed by so many wonderful farms over there, found something which he really liked, and ended up purchasing this lovely filly, this lovely mare. Jamil Al-Rayyan had a fantastic breeding career in Qatar, in Bahrain, in Egypt, went to Europe, left some good offspring over there. Truly a remarkable stallion. And this is a fine example of his genetic potential. And then you have Talisman as his as the grandsire of this lovely mare. What else can you ask for? Here she goes. Don't be afraid, she's not jumping over the fence and into your arms. Look at her. Ground covering movements. She needs only four steps, and then she has reached the end of the long side of this arena. Gorgeous in type. A lot of charisma. Showy attitude. See how light she is moving. Using a lot of energy to get her hind legs under the body. She lifts herself up in the front. And because of her free shoulder, she can use this energy which is coming from behind to reach with her forearms far forward, which makes this trot very ground covering. Beautiful mare. Congratulations, Khalid. Wonderful addition to his breeding program. Let us wish him good success and fantastic upcoming foals out of her. Thank you very much for showing her. Just had arrived recently from Egypt and is happy with her new home now, where she is treated with a lot of love and care by the team of Al Maale Stud. The next to come is Minwa Al Maale. She is by Alami Al Maale out of Manar Al Ward. Manar Al Ward was bred by our dear friend, late Salah Al Turkit. This Manar Al Ward is by Noureddin Zain out of Afra Zain. Al Ward Farm, thanks God, is continuing. The son of Salah Al Turkit has taken over the responsibility to keep the heritage of this farm and the breeding program alive. This Afra Zain is by Surur Zain out of Ansata Suleima. Suleima was a cornerstone mare of Osama Al-Qasimi. Suleima is a daughter of Ansata Hijazi out of Ansata Samsara, who is by Prince Farmoniet, going back to Ansata Delilah in her root mare line. Beautiful black filly with these light conditions, difficult to see her eyes. But I guess we all can see that Alami Al Maale has done really a super job with Manar Al Ward. She proves the genetic potential which can be expected from her pedigree. And our dear friend Khaled Al-Enezi is blessed to have this superstar in his stable. I guess he repeated this recipe again. Spectacular filly. Enjoy seeing her for the last quick look. Maybe our jury comes a bit forward to see her, as this black color, of course, is difficult under these light conditions. Something very special. Mabruk. So Khaled, I have two suitcases. One is already occupied with this small filly we saw at the last presentation of Dari, and I have another one which is a bit bigger, and the dark ones, even in the scanning machine, nobody can see. So send her to Germany. Cornelia, do we still have some space? In the arena now we have Ezain Al-Maale by Alamir Al-Maale out of Ezain Al-Ward, who is by Dahes Al-Rayyan out of Safiya Ezain. Again, the wonderful pedigree. You'll see more of Dahes Al-Rayyan produce. And this Safiya Ezain is out of NK Nakebiya, Nahafid Jamil and NK Nabila, going back to Nashwa. Very nice filly with a light ground covering movement. Growing a lot, therefore maybe right now in the back a little bit higher than in the front. This will catch up and can be seen in all our young horses when they are growing. They are not growing equal on front and back. Lovely head. And look at this ground covering movement. It's very light. You even not hear the footsteps banging on the ground. Alamir Al-Maale, the sire by Tetua Ezain out of Ali Ezain. And I have to correct myself. I said she was champion mare at our international straight Egyptian show. This is not correct. We had several other horses which Khaled Al-Enezi showed with great success, and I will mention this later. But Ali was not shown. So I have to correct myself regarding this previous information. Thank you. And the next to come is Amira Al-Maale. She is by Alamir Al-Maale. So this is already the 1, 2, 3, 4th daughter in this presentation, all by Alamir Al-Maale. And the dam of Amira is Ajmal Ibtihaj, bred by Muhammad Jassim Al-Mazouk, Ajmal Arabian stud. And Ajmal Ibtihaj is by Adnan out of Ali Jamila. He represents the Dahman Shawan strain, the Futna family. It was an impressive black mare which Muhammad Al-Mazouk purchased in the United States. Bred her to Adnan. Adnan was in co-ownership for some time with Dr. Nagel, later went into full ownership of Muhammad Jassim Al-Mazouk, a stallion who left behind a lot of very good offspring in Europe as well as here in Kuwait. And you will, I guess, see some more tomorrow when we have the chance to see the horses of Mahmoud Al Zubayt, El Adiyat Stad. Tomorrow as the second last stop during the Razan Festival. But first enjoy the presentation of Amira Al-Maale. Lovely mare with a fine head. Broad forehead, so there's a lot of width between the eyes. Good shoulder and withers. Thank you, and she leaves the arena to give space for Tasneem Ezain, who is by Muhareb Ezain out of Hebat Al-Bari Ezain, the daughter of NK Kaswara out of NK Hebatallah by Ibn Najdi and NK Hala. NK Hala residing with Mahmoud Zubayt. You will see maybe her either in the stable or in the top 10 collection. What? Passed away? Oh, so sorry to hear this. I didn't know. But enjoy. Tasneem Ezain. The father Muhareb Ezain is by NK Kaswara out of Ajmal Ibtihaj. So this is a half brother to the mare you saw before, to Amira Al-Maale. A mare with an exotic expression, an amazing ground covering movement. Likes to show herself, has a lot of self-confidence. She loves Khaled and his carrots. And Khaled has a very strong belief in her. Being selected as one of the top 10 of his breeding program means a lot. There are some more special horses in the stables. But he chose her because he has a strong belief that this horse is a fine addition to his breeding program. Thank you. Tasneem Hussain leaving the arena, and soon to enter is Rayana Al-Maali, daughter of NK Nabhan out of Radwa Hussain, daughter of Yazub Hussain out of Najma Hussain, and she is by Surur Hussain and NK Yasmin, going back to Hilala Dahman Shawan. Bukra. Rayana, wherever she was shown, she won a lot of titles. She was shown here in Kuwait very successfully as a youngster, won the gold championship, competed in Italy, in Milano, at the World Championship for straight Egyptians, was, I think, bronze champion against very strong competition. Truly a star in this presentation. And she is definitely very close to Khaled Al-Inesi. He loves her a lot. A star where and whenever she is shown. And not only is she a star in the show ring when she is competing, for the merits of Maale stud. But you will see later her produce with Alamia Maale. Wait and see. Allowed to show herself liberty. Enjoy. Sire NK Nabhan already made himself a name as a fantastic producer. He is in partnership with Mahmoud Zubayd and Dr. Hans-Joachim Nagel. So he spent several breeding seasons here in Kuwait. Was used by a couple of breeders who gave him their trust and faith. There's of course several fantastic offspring by him in Germany, whether at Dr. Nagel's place or other private breeders. Also El Taiba stud, and trusted him a lot and gave him some mares with great success. And so did several other breeders in Germany. And you will see, I think, some more of NK Nabhan produce later today at the presentation of Mubarak Stud, as well as tomorrow at Mahmoud Zubayd's El Adiyat farm. What a gorgeous mare, just at the beginning of her breeding career. Don't know whether Khaled Al-Inesi is planning to show her in the senior categories later on. But first she has to do her job as a broodmare. Enjoy her presentation. Truly a special horse. Let's see if our jury members will have her in mind when they are taking their final decision. Thank you very much. I think we all have enjoyed this wonderful presentation of Rayana Al-Maale, champion mare, And she will now send us her daughter by Amir Al-Maale, and her name is Ranim Al-Maale. She will be the last of the top 10 selection. It's her first fall. And Khaled Alinesi is very happy about her. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, a special star in the collection of the top 10. Khaled Alinesi is very proud of her. Out of Rayana Al-Maale, who you just have seen, Saya Al-Amir Al-Maale, this combination really worked well. A weanling and already a star. Super elegant. Look at this gorgeous long neck. Very nice top line. And she knows how to use her legs. Look at this. Still a little bit shy, does not have the chance often to be presented in front of such an important audience. Lots of famous breeders from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, from Kuwait and abroad, the borders, Egypt, Europe, Emirates. A long list of specialists in breeding fine and noble straight Egyptian Arabian horses, and she has the chance to present herself. Very special filly. Mabruk Khaled. See this fine body structure, see the clean legs, fine bones, a very dry skin. Noblesse and refinedness, exotic type. Amazing filly. Our jury member Sheikh Saud is on the other side of the arena. You have a close look at her. And see this smile in the face of Khaled Al-Inesi. He says, look at her, this is mine. He must be very proud. Congratulations. Mabruk, Khaled. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was the last of the top 10 selected carefully by Khaled Al-Inesi. I hope you all had enjoyed this beautiful presentation. We all congratulate our dear friend Khaled Al-Inesi for this fine collection, carefully selected, and he can't wait until tomorrow to get the information of who of the top 10 will be invited to move over to Ajmal Arabian Stud for the presentation of the top 10 as the grand finale. This will be only sent out tomorrow late afternoon. So it's kept secret. Even my wife is not telling me.